Thank you for clicking on this video. So apparently Rian Johnson is in the news again, but not about some other project. Well, sort of, but not really. It's about Star Wars again because he cannot let it go. There is this, I guess, a big article that will come out from the Empire magazine. That's actually a very good name for a magazine. Well, when it comes to the Last Jedi article, because the Empire is Rian Johnson, Kaylin Kennedy, the whole Lucasfilm that is destroying everything that's good in this Star Wars world. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of mad again. I never really cared about The Last Jedi and Rian Johnson and the damage he did, because after The Force Awakens, I was dead. I was really dead inside when it comes to Star Wars. I the Force Awakens, like, nobody's talking about how bad the Force Awakens is when it comes to legacy characters, and not only to legacy characters. But yeah, Han Solo was just, you know, his life was ended by his emo son for no reason whatsoever. And nobody's talking about that. Everyone is talking about Luke Skywalker just ended in a pathetic way. But nobody's talking about Han Solo, and that's so sad, because Han Solo is such a great character. And what happened to him in The Force Awakens is a disgrace. It is really a disgrace. So when it came to The Last Jedi, I was just like, okay, I don't care anymore. And people are saying about The Rise of Skywalker, well, JJ came in and fixed everything for you guys. Here you go. Are you happy now? I'm like, no, the sequels. Why am I getting mad? I wasn't supposed to get mad. I don't know. Like, I think I haven't talked about Star Wars for such a long time that is just like, it's like building in me this whole like rage, which is like, I don't know where it comes from. But the whole sequel trilogy was bad. And then you have JJ that comes out and he's like, well, we should have had a plan from the start. And are you like, and then John Boyega recently came out and talked about like his bad experience with the fans of Star Wars, and it's like, Finn, in my opinion, and I think that many other people think the same, I think that the internet thinks, and I share that opinion, that Finn is the best thing to come out of the sequel trilogy. And John Boyega is like, yeah, I was treated badly. You're so beloved by everyone because he is a true Star Wars fan. He was passionate. Finn was the one good character in the whole sequel trilogy. I mean, he was very good in The Force Awakens, and then in the rest two movies, with in The Last Jedi, he was so bad, and then The Rise of Skywalker was just as bad. So what's up with, you know, people hating Star Wars fans and fans in general? Like, John Boyega, Finn, is such a beloved character. Like, everyone are talking about how Finn, you know, was wasted potential because John Boyega is great. His story arc was great. Like, the basics, the groundwork for a good story is there. He had chemistry with the rest of the cast. He could act. So, and he's like, well, yeah, I had a bet. I'm like, what? Yeah, okay, maybe there were some stupid people. Like, if you are a famous person, a celebrity, or like you're known, you are gonna get bad people saying bad things. You're gonna get criticism. You're gonna get assholes saying really stupid things to you. But that's part of the game. I mean, I have like, what, almost 300 subscribers. People are calling me all sorts of names, and it's like, guys, come on, let's get to this article. So this is like, just, I guess, a trailer. Not a trailer, but like, it's an article to hype up the main article, which the first quote we see is Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is even more proud of Star Wars: The Last Jedi 5 years on exclusive. So posted 3 hours ago. I'm actually on time this time. If there's a line of dialogue in Star Wars episode is the 8, yeah, The Last Jedi, that feels particularly apt. It's one spoken by Luke Skywalker. This is not going to go the way you think. Writer director Rian Johnson middle chapter in the sequel trilogy was a rich, adventurous, mythical tale continuing the stories of Rey, Kylo Ren, Finn, and Poe Dameron that also dug deep into the soul of Luke Skywalker himself. Decades after the triumphant final of Return of the Jedi, along the way it contained all kinds of surprises, developing the threads of the Force Awakens in fresh and unexpected ways. You mean depressive and stupid? It was another box office smash, pulling in over 1.3 billion worldwide, but it also challenged its audience in ways that some weren't quite prepared for. It challenged us. When I go to watch Star Wars, I want to watch Star Wars. I want to watch Jedi, lightsabers, the Force, spaceships, and cool characters. He challenged? No, this wasn't the challenge. This was just I don't even know what it was. Like, why did we need that story? So bad. And by the way, The Force Awakens got like 2.22 billion at the box office, and then this got with almost 1 billion less. So I'm sorry, yes, it is a hit. I mean, anything over 1 billion is a hit. Duh. But it should have been twice as that. It should have been such a big premiere, but it wasn't, because The Force Awakens was bad, and then people are like, okay, this is not really Star Wars, and then they didn't go and watch the second movie. But every movie from the sequel trilogy lost money. Like, Solo lost money. Solo was a good movie, but it lost money. In a major New Empire interview, Rian Johnson looks back on The Last Jedi for its 5th anniversary, reflecting with a few years' distance on his episode in the Skywalker saga. I'm even more proud of it 5 years on. He seems like such an arrogant person. I get it, Hollywood, but I don't think that I can ever use the word humble when it comes to this guy. It's like ego over ego, like the ego. When I was up at bat, I really swung at the ball. Okay, the film. He says it's not just a Star Wars movie; it's a movie about Star Wars and what it means to fans. Where do you see that? I think it's impossible for any of us to approach Star Wars without thinking about it as a myth that we were raised with, and how that story baked itself into us and affected us. I don't see this description anywhere in The Last Jedi, but okay. Johnson explains the ultimate intent was not to strip away, the intent was to get to the basic, fundamental power of the myth. Where did we get to that? And ultimately, I hope the film is an affirmation of the power of the myth of Star Wars in our lives. I don't see what that extends to its controversial depiction of Luke Skywalker as a loser who's closed himself off from the Force, having sensed darkness in his nephew Ben Solo, and accidentally pushed him further towards the dark side of Kylo Ren. But as much as Luke begins the film in a very different place than we left him at the end of the original trilogy, his arc over the course of The Last Jedi ending in his death and the birth of a new Skywalker legend sees him become a galactic symbol of hope and rebellion once more. the final images of the movie to me are not deconstructing the myth of Luke Skywalker, they're building it. So he just died on a lonely on a lonely island, and that's supposed to mean something to someone. Great. So yeah, they're building it, and they're him embracing them, embracing it. The director explains they're him absolutely defying the notion of throw away the past and embracing what actually matters about his myth and what's going to inspire the next generation. This is not going to inspire anyone. So for me, the process of stripping away is always in the interest of getting to something essential that really matters. Something essential that really matters, it could be describing the legend itself. So you have the cover here. Daniel Craig is fine. So I guess we are gonna get even more details on The Last Jedi, but I don't know if I care. I just like care enough to go for the whole article, but you can see the whole article is actually dedicated to the Knives Out movie, which I thought the first Knives Out it had its good things about it, but in general, Knives Out was sorry, but for me, it's not a good movie. But Rian Johnson. I don't know. And if you like the Last Jedi, I mean, fine, I don't care. But what what he like they're building on the myth. Like how was this built? But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not even Ryan Johnson's fault. First of all, is not even JJ Abrams' fault. It's Lucasfilm for letting this thing even happen, like letting The Force Awakens happen, letting Kylo Ren happen, letting Rey Skywalker happen. It's not Ryan Johnson's fault. You know, he was given something that was bad from the start, and he was like given free reign, and he was like, fine, and I'll just do whatever I want. And he did whatever he wanted. He was like, I don't know, I guess like maybe he did, like he's a Star Trek fan and he always hated Star Wars, so he was like, I'm gonna do the worst thing ever. But I'm gonna be like, this is the best thing ever, and then fans are gonna be like, what? Yeah, this is I don't know, because for me the whole sequel trilogy is just bad, like really bad. The First Awakens awful. The Last Jedi, I don't care. The Rise of Skywalker. Where was the Skywalker that rose? I did not see a Skywalker that rose. Kylo Ren died. He did die. The last Skywalker died. So once Skywalker rose, oh my god, guys, what the hell is this? I don't know. I mean, you have the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that was a mess. Andor is coming. That's gonna be a triumph. I am like, is Star Wars dead? I'm gonna cry because this is sad. Like, how can you ruin Star Wars? Like, this is such an easy story to write. You have so many great characters, and you're just like shitting on them. Like, how can you? And oh my god, I do not know. So do let me know, guys, down below. What did you think of this article? Is Rian Johnson correct in his, statements that he built on the myth that it wasn't a deconstruction, that uh, Luke Skywalker passing away in such a pathetic way, made the rebellion stronger? What? So it doesn't even make sense. Oh my god. Okay, do let me know down below, and I'll see you next video. And if you have any video suggestions, do write them down below, and I will think upon them, and we'll see. See you in the next video, and as always, may the force be with you.